Okay, you can look at number one here with, or having like four different parts. So like every two bars, you can look at it as its own part. So the first line, you're going up a scale and then back down the same scale. The second line, you're going up and down a different scale. Now, at the end of every second bar, or every two bars, you have what's called a quarter note. And to keep things simple for right now, just think of it as this note lasts twice the length of this note. So basically, when you hit this single note, just it rings out a bit longer than the others. Same thing here. So that's the end of another group of two bars. Quarter note again, quarter note again. So in practicing this, if you want to start getting more rhythmically accurate when you're ready to, basically all these notes are to be evenly spaced. That means they're just like one right after the next. Just da 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 da. But the most important thing here is still just getting your fingers on the frets, keeping your fingers down as much as you possibly can. When you're coming back down, there's not much point of having all your fingers down already. But when you're climbing up, just try and focus on keeping them down as much as you can, so this way you minimize hand movement and it teaches you to keep your fingers close to the fretboard. And that will eventually make things much easier. So here it is, nice and slow. Number one. I don't know what I was thinking there. Take two. Let's see if I can play this right now. Alright, number two. So, reminder, the first three notes you have here, that's a C5 chord right there. Hey, we talked about C5 earlier today. So you got the first, third, and fourth finger set up just like you have been doing. But then we add the middle finger to the G string, which creates a major chord. Now, when we get to number three, I'm too zoomed in. There we go. So we get to this one. All these chords down here are also major chords. So there is more than one way to play a major chord. Instead of getting into the details as to what makes it a major chord, I think for now, just look at the different shapes as synonyms. It's like, this is a major chord shape, and so is this. So, multiple ways of playing a major chord. Alright, so holding all the notes down and arpeggiating it, just like we have been doing. Just getting every note to ring out nice and clear. That is the goal. Just moving the shape around. And here we go, number two. Three. So, like the note says at the top of the file. So your minor chords, which is the top line. The top line, you're going to hold all those chords with your pinky, middle, and first finger. So fourth, second, and first. You're just going to slide those down. And then when you come up, the bottom line there, those are major chord shapes. So you put your ring finger down. So now you got your fourth, third, and first finger. So here we go, number 3. So keep those fingers up on the tips. And if you find like they keep muting a lot of times you just have to move your hand or move your wrist that way. So just move the wrist that way some if you find like you're having a hard time getting the fingers up on the tips. So here we go. And that is that. Alright. If any questions come up, let me know. And I'll see you again next week.